Okay. So I turned everything off. I went into my settings and I cut off all of the stuff for the microphone. And I turned the volume down in my settings on StreamYard. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I didn't turn it all the way down. I just turned it down to it sounds lower, no sound. Okay, so I turned it down too low. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. All right. Sound like we're in school. Okay, I turned it down too low, so let me turn the volume up a little bit. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Can y'all hear me at all? Oh, yeah, I see it's very low. All right. Testing, testing. I turned it up to 50%. Is that still too low? Okay, it's too low. Okay, you can hear me. Is it too low, though? You can hear me fine? Okay. So what I did is still too low. Okay, no problem. We're going to turn it up a little bit more. We're going to turn it up a little bit more. That was at 50. I'm going to turn it up to 70. I'm going to turn it up to 70. Well, it's on 72. Okay. All right, I turned it up. Okay, Vantage says 75. Okay, it's at 72. Too low if you plan to play audio. Okay, maybe I'm hard of hearing. No. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. How do I sound? I sound fine. What if I get closer to the mic? Do y'all hear that static? I moved in. I leaned in a little bit. Did I get staticky? No static? Okay, JP said no static. Okay. Okay. What if I lean back and scream? Y'all know sometimes I like to get loud. What if I lean back and get loud? Y'all know how I get excited. What about now? I leaned back and got a little loud. How does that sound now? No static. No static. Okay. Sounds perfect. And my volume is set at 50. No. Crystal clean. Okay. Okay. I'm happy, y'all. Look at me getting happy. Okay. Still good. Okay. It's perfect even when you get loud. Not too loud. Okay. And I look good. Okay. Sound loud and clear. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to talk for a few more minutes just so I can. I'm going to talk for a few more minutes. Okay. Let me see if I add some stuff. Let me see. Let me put my banner up. Like I'm doing a regular live. I'm going to put my banner up. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to play my quick intro. So y'all tell me how the intro sounds. I'm going to play my quick intro. Not the long one. I'm going to play a quick one. So y'all tell me how the intro sounds. How the intro sounding? How the intro sounding? Sound is great, and I have volume all the way up. It's not too loud, just perfect. I've noticed the longer you are live, the dragging starts, but I came in late. Most videos, so the timing may be different. Okay, so the dragging's starting a little bit. Intro was good, no static or okay. I should have done this weeks ago. I kept saying I'm gonna do it, and I said, you know what? I got up this morning, so I'm gonna talk a little bit. Hey, Lolisa, thank you. I got your cat. Thank you so much, my love. So I'm gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna talk a little bit because I just want to see when I get into my regular rhythm and cadence and my conversation and stuff, and just just put mic. If I start sounding crazy, just put mic. Y'all know what to do. Okay, so I'm gonna talk like I've been talking. So I took myself on a date. I was gonna do this in my members only, so y'all getting a little members only tea, okay? I'm gonna post the pictures and stuff, but I was gonna give y'all a little story time, so I'm gonna give y'all a little story time. I took myself on a date last night. It seems the longer you on, the program starts. It seems like the longer you are on the program. So Cheryl, you're starting to hear static now? You're starting to hear static now? You may just need to adjust your volume on your phone, Handy B. One of my favorite teachers' names was Miss Handy. She was my second grade teacher. I used to love Miss Handy. Thank you, Cup Star. Baby, she was my favorite teacher because she was fly. Okay, y'all know I went to Catholic school. And she was like the first teacher I had that was not a nun and that was fly. Miss Handy was fly. She was black. She was my first black teacher. She was, I mean, I was only in second grade, but I'm just saying. She was my first black teacher. And she was young. Like, and when I say young, she probably was in her 30s. But to me, she was young because up until that point, I had old ladies and nuns, okay? Old white ladies at that. And I remember Miss Handy. She was fly. Miss Handy was so fly. You know, she dressed, you know, like in the styles and all that stuff. I love all the members. I'm out of the US, so I can't become a member. Oh well, let me give y'all a little bit. I got you on my Bluetooth. Okay. Hey St. James, thank you, boo. So I'm gonna give y'all a little. So I took myself on a date last night. So I went to go see RuPaul. RuPaul has a new memoir called The House of Hidden Meanings, and he did a book. He's doing a book tour, and DC was, I think, his second stop. So I went last night. I went. I took myself. I'm gonna post the pictures in a minute, and I got a book. Hey Nate, Nate, did you get my text? You get my text? Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong name. Hey Janae, I thought you were my niece name. I saw the name and I was thinking about my niece. Even though that's not how she spells her name, so I don't even know why I thought that was her. Anyway, never mind. Um, so I bought a ticket. I took myself. I didn't do the whole anybody want to go. You know, you got to send out the message to the group chat, and all that good stuff. So I bought myself a ticket. I upgraded so I could go to the lounge. It was at the Warner Theater. For the people who live in DC, it was at the Warner Theater. I ain't been to the Warner Theater in years. I have not been to the Warner Theater in a really long time. And I didn't realize okay. So I upgraded. I got the tickets were decent prices. The tickets weren't ridiculous. And I think it was like an extra 20, 25. No. Maybe it was $35. It was like an extra 35, maybe $45. I'm not sure, to get the parking pass and then access to. So the lounge is like the club. It's like the 1924 club or something like that. You sent me a DM about my alma mater. Really? What you tell me about my boo? My alma mater. Hold on. You know, I'm always ready to see what's going on down to my alma mater. I don't know why some of these. I had to figure out why some of these messages I get and some of these messages I don't get. Oh, child. I don't see it. Janae, I don't see it. Send it to me again, please. I don't see it. I didn't see it. Last time I went to the Warner Theater was to see Jaheim. I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to the Warner Theater, and that's the truth. I could. Okay, the screen froze. Okay. Sounds still good. When it's bad, it's not subtle. Okay, so y'all are starting to hear some little bit of this and a little bit of that. Listen, it was worth the parking pass, Cheryl, because let me tell you, I had never done the parking before. I either with Uber or get somebody to drop me off and pick me up. But like I said, I know it's been years. So there's a garage that is literally right there. So you go into the garage, you take the elevator up to the main floor, like when you first come in the Warner Theater. And when you come off the elevator, there's an attendant there, and he asked me. He said, "Do you have a club pass?" I said, "Yes." So you go down the escalator and you go into the club. They check you. Of course, they check to make sure you have your a club pass. It is security, so you gotta go through a security checkpoint, and you go into the lounge. The lounge has a bar. They've got snacks. They've got seats, bathroom. It's a nice little spot, right? I said, okay, this was cool. Now the meet and greet was sold out because I definitely would have paid for the meet and greet to take a picture with Rue, but maybe that thing got sold out real quick. So I had a good time. The lounge opens at 6:30. The show started at 8. The lounge opened at 6:30. I got there about 7, maybe 10 minutes to 7, 7 o'clock. I got me a little drinky drink, I had me a little Jack Daniels. And I sat down and I had some really nice conversations with some folk. I talked to a couple of, I want to be respectful to genders. I don't know what these people gender identity is. So let me just say I talked to three what I ladies. And the only reason why I say that because when one of them introduced themselves to me, they introduced themselves as Freddie, and Freddie could be Freddie with an I or Freddie with a Y. I ain't asked because it wasn't my business. I was like, okay, hey, nice to meet you, Freddie. But I know one was definitely her girlfriend was on the way. We had a really good conversation. We got into some things, and then I ended up talking to two really nice gentlemen. Well, three really nice gentlemen. One guy's was from North Dakota. Um, he is an educator from North Dakota. He was in town. He'd been in town the whole week because he was going up Congress. He was lobbying Congress for some law that's dealing with. He's a librarian. So there was that, and then there was two guys. One guy he worked for DC government, and the other guy was from Richmond. I feel like they were either really good friends. They were either like best friends or they were a couple. And I honestly don't know. And again, I didn't ask. We were just having good conversation. But one of them, it was his birthday, and they did the meet and greet, and they had this beautiful outfit on. They almost looked like the what was it, Alice in Wonderland, the Bobbsey twins that had the big bows. They had these really beautiful, these huge bow ties, and they were like these big bows. Oh my gosh, they were gorgeous. And we had the best conversation, and we got to talking about education. The one guy that works for DC government, he's a former educator as well. He works in the Office of Human Rights. We had great conversation. So then went upstairs. You got a free book for the price of the ticket. I ended up with two books. You know how I ended up with two books? Because when they looked at my thing, so the parking pass and the club access package is a it comes up like it's a separate because it's a separate ticket. It's a separate price. So when the lady looked at my, because you had to show proof that you had a ticket. When the lady saw it, she said, two tickets? Oh, okay. Baby, she handed me them two books, and I walked right on off. I said, thank you. There was a line, and she did it so fast, I didn't even have a chance to correct her. Before I looked up, she had put two books in my hand. I said, okay, thank you. Far be it for me to tell you. Far be it for me. So, sat down. I had great seats. I was about halfway, I was about halfway in the middle, and I was dead smack in the middle. Like, I literally was in, like, the middle seat. I was dead smack in the middle. So it was a couple sitting next to me. They were a black couple. We had a great conversation before the show started. They had been to Vegas to see Rue. I had been to Vegas. We had a conversation about who was there and all of that. We talked about we it was a really good conversation. You could tell that they were, I don't want to say this and be disrespectful, but you could tell they were like, they weren't I don't know what to say. Anyway, they were too nice. There was a nice guy. But baby, when I tell you what some people saying behind me, I said, now there's just some people you just can't take nowhere. There is just some people that you can't take nowhere. Rue comes out, everybody claps, everybody's standing up, everybody's cheering. This person behind me is screaming like it's clearly the loudest person in the room. They were the people that in the movie, they're the ones that be talking at the screen. It was them, the two people behind me, them, them, and they were loud. Like it'd have been different if they was talking like amongst us. Y'all, they were loud. They were so loud. They were so loud. At one point, Rue was talking about he was saying how he keeps a picture of his 5-year-old self as his screensaver on his phone to remind him that every time he's fighting for that 5-year-old. You know, he went through a whole thing explaining why he did it and how he encourages all his friends to do the same thing. And he was telling us, he's like, I want everybody find a picture of you, like a 5-year-old picture of you. He was like, I want you to find a picture of you and I want you to make that your screensaver. So every time you look at your phone, you're reminded for who you're fighting for, right? It was real cute. It was a really nice conversation. It was like only about an hour and a half. It really wasn't that long. But it was fun. And of course Rue was definitely personable. He went into he didn't physically come off the stage and go into the crowd, but there was a drag queen there. He called her up. Cake Pop. Her name was Cake Pop. There was another lady there. Her name was Jazz. She does runway walking. He had her walk the runway. It was a couple of other couples he had met at the meet and greet, and so he remembered them from the meet and greet. He was like, "Oh, this is a couple they're celebrating their wedding anniversary." Like he remembered them from the meet and greet, which tells me he was paying attention, and people actually had an opportunity to talk to him, right? That he remembered their stories. So when Ruth said something about I want everybody to find a picture of you when you were 5 and put it on your screensaver. Why one of the because it was a couple. I feel like they were a couple, but they were definitely together there as friends. Why he gonna yell out? What do you say? Some people were ugly babies. And when again, if he had just said it like amongst us, we could have been like, you know. But I know Rue heard it. I know Rue heard it. Then Rue was like, we're going to take some questions. Before Rue could finish the sentence, he yells out, me! I can't even yell as loud as he yelled. He yelled like me, like take a question from me. Now, it's St. James. I know you'll understand. Right, just no class. St. James, you'll understand what I'm saying. And I know some of y'all will too, but y'all know. I know St. James will. When you go to events like this, if they're going to take questions from the audience, what do you see? You see somebody with a microphone, right? Or you see a microphone stand set up. Like at Kempire, he had a microphone stand set up. He had a moderator there to keep the flow going, to make sure people didn't ask, long questions and all that good stuff. Make sure the questions were appropriate. The lady was like, what you going to ask? All that good stuff. So you didn't see none of that. So when Ruth said, now I'm going to take some questions, before Ruth could finish the sentence, you literally, at the top of your lungs, yelled, me. Now, if you had let Ruth finish his statement, what he was saying was, we're going to take questions that we got from people on the internet. He already had the questions. He had index cards and he had questions on the index cards. Y'all, I just want to say, and it was so funny because the guy sitting next to me, that's why I didn't know how to say it, but the guy sitting next to me was more conservative isn't the word because I don't know. I don't When people say conservative, people automatically think politics. So when I say conservative, I don't mean that. But I mean, look like he just came from work, look like he got an office job. St. James, he had little black frames, remind me of your frames, little black frames. And we had a nice conversation. Baby, when that man screamed, that guy said, you need to warn me next time. And I feel like that was a nice, like, he seemed like the kind of person that sounds really nice, but will cuss you the out. He was like, you need to warn me next time. He said, you need to warn me next time. I, it was just too much. I was like, listen, Now I'm getting ready to say something, and don't y'all think differently of me, okay? Don't think no differently of me when I say this. I think y'all love me, y'all understand what I'm saying. Don't think no differently of me when I say this. But sir, if you wanted Rue to see you, you should have bought closer tickets. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. If you wanted Rue to see you, you should have sat closer. Rue saw Cake Pop. Rue saw Jazz. Rue saw my little friends from the lounge because they had front row seats, baby. They was in the front row. I saw them because one of the guys had on this red like bowler hat. Baby, I saw him. I said, "Oh, that's my little friend." Baby, they was in the front row. If you wanted Rue to see you, baby, you should have just got better seats. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. Then you should have just bought better seats. And I feel like he's the kind of person. I'm gonna just go on and call a thing a thing. I feel like he's the kind of person that if somebody had said something to him, he'd have cussed them out. If somebody had asked him to like, can you please keep your volume down? I'm trying to enjoy the show. Even if they had said it nice to him, he'd have cussed them out. He just seemed like that kind of person. I don't know that man. I don't know nothing about that man. But it seemed like he that kind of person. That if somebody had said something to him, he'd have cussed that man out. But it was nice. Look, Rue was, again, it was a good conversation. Rue stood up the whole time. Rue stood up the whole time. Let me show y'all a couple of pictures. First of all, can we talk about how sickening the book cover is? Baby, Rue with that goatee. RuPaul with that goatee, baby. That is sickening. I don't care what nobody say. Baby, that is sickening. Okay? So that's where I was sitting. I was gonna try to get some pictures. I was gonna try to do this and get pictures of the rude people, but I said I don't even want I don't even want that kind of drama in my life, okay? I don't even want it. I don't even want it. That's Rue on stage. Rue looked good too, had a nice little black Alexander McQueen suit on. I know because somebody asked him what the suit, who was the designer of the suit, and he said it. Somebody asked him who designed the suit, and he said it, honey. Rue look good, honey. And that was him showing us a picture of his phone with his 5-year-old self on his phone. That's his screensaver. Yeah, see. It was a good conversation. That's Cake Pop. There go Cake Pop right there. There go Cake Pop. I didn't get a good picture, y'all. I didn't really get it clear. Well, that's a better picture. Hold on. That's a better picture of Cake Pop. That's a better picture. Oh, that's a really good picture. I did get a pretty good picture. That's a really good picture of Cake Pop. Now, I don't know who Cake Pop is, but I need to find Cake Pop. Let's see if she performed somewhere in the city. I gotta find me some Cake Pop. So it was a nice time. So I said, I'll take myself out on a little date. And it really wasn't, no, Ruth, listen, St. James, Ruth told us a long time ago. Ruth said, listen, RuPaul, you pay for RuPaul. RuPaul Charles, you get. He too old. He said he too old. He is RuPaul. I think that when he showed up at the Met Gala and he wasn't in drag, that should let you know. Ruth said, RuPaul, oh, you got to pay for that. That's that. She is an entertainer. This is RuPaul Charles. And he's at that point in his career where, baby, he ain't got to give it to you every time. He ain't got to give you RuPaul every time. Half of us can't afford that RuPaul, okay? But no, he didn't come out and drag. Nope. Okay, I said rows 2 through 7, center section, the floor. Anything beyond that, I'll pass. Okay, lovely, true. Okay, girl. Yeah, I was in row S. I was in row S. Um, but I was in the center. I was right in the center, but I was in row S. Um, I'm trying to remember why I didn't. I don't think that was the closest. I think that was the closest in that price range. I think the next up was the next price range. I think it was. But the prices weren't ridiculous. I don't remember what I paid, but I know it wasn't nothing ridiculous. I think once I added the parking package, which again is worth it, because baby, when I tell you, now the only thing was it took forever to get out of the garage, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, why is it taking so long to get out of the garage? Because it wasn't that many people. Like the garage wasn't full. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? But that's another conversation. Um, but it was just so easy. Listen, at this point in my life, I pay for convenience. I pay for convenience, okay? Um, I wasn't gonna drive around looking for parking. I wasn't gonna park 2 blocks away and have to walk. I wasn't gonna Uber and it was gonna cost me $100, back and forth plus a tip. I paid an extra what? I said 20, $45 to be able to park. And when the thing was over, I came out the theater. I never even had to go outside. I never went outside. I came out of the theater. We have a separate. There was the exit out the side of the theater. Put you right back in the lobby. Took the elevator right on back down to my car, honey. It was a boom, boom, boom. And when I checked in, they validated my parking pass. They validated my parking pass. Parking alone was $20. Well, $17. So without the parking pass, I would have paid, like, you don't have to get the parking pass, but I would have paid $17 to park, and then I wouldn't have access to the lounge. And the lounge was cool. I mean, it was nice. You could sit down, you could chill out before the show. You didn't have to rush up to your seat. It was nice. And then, like I said, everybody got a free book. No static the whole time. Sound good? Okay, so this sounds better than it has sounded. The sound is a lot better. That is the consensus. You know what I did? And I really wish I had thought about this before. I went into settings, under the settings, and I just unchecked everything. Because they have things back there like echo, enhancer, and da da da. I just unchecked everything. I just unchecked the whole thing. So nothing is checked. All the stuff that what up, Tracy? It's the best I've sounded. Oh my gosh. Okay. I wish I had thought about this weeks ago, y'all. I honestly didn't think about it. I've been doing all this other stuff, and I didn't even think about just going into damn StreamYard and fooling around with I don't know why. I've been fooling around with the settings on the microphone. I've been fooling around with the settings on my computer. It never occurred to me to go into StreamYard. I don't know why. Charge it to my dumb brain, child. My dumb brain. But yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to change the title of this, and I'm going to title it Storytime, RuPaul, and I'm going to put this on members only. See? Look at y'all. Well, no, I probably won't put it on members only. I'll probably leave it. I might put it on members only after a couple of days. I'll leave it open for a few days, and then I may put it on members only. I tend to put my story times on members only because I be telling y'all my personal business. I be telling y'all my business. You did it now, Chef's Kiss. Thank you. Thank you. With all those effects checked, everything was probably working at once. Yeah. And StreamYard automatically does that. So I'm going to have to tell some of my other content creators to go into their StreamYard set. Because again, I've heard it. The stuff that y'all have been complaining about, I've heard it on other people's stuff. But I'm going to tell you what I think happened. The last upgrade to StreamYard, they added, what did they add? Let me go into settings. I'm going to tell you what they added. They added reduce mic background noise. That's something new that they just added the last time they did like an upgrade, and I think that might be it. I think that might be what's messing, because again, I'm hearing it from so many people. I'm thinking that might be what's messing it up. Okay, couple of quick questions and I'm gonna get off of here. Like I said, I'll leave this up. I'll change the title and I'll leave this up. I'll put a thumbnail on it and everything. Funky Dot Neva had the soundtrack. Yeah, because everybody's using StreamYard. I don't know if Funky Dot Neva uses StreamYard or not. To be honest with you, I don't know. Yeah, I think he does. I think Dot Neva uses StreamYard. But everybody's using StreamYard. That's why when y'all were like, stop using StreamYard, I was like, I don't want to stop. So that's why I was like, I gotta figure something out. Okay, so We are about 300 subscribers away on the review channel, and we need about 1,000 more watch time hours to get it monetized. I'm not worried about the watch time hours because I'm going to get those. Those I'm not worried about. Um, the more I do original content over there, the more I'll get the watch time hours. Because right now I'm not really doing a lot of original content over there. I mean, I'm doing it, but I'm still like when I go live, I'm still going live on both channels because this channel's monetized. I'm just being honest because this channel is what's monetized. But once I get the other channel monetized, I'm not going to be doing any TV show reviews. Very seldom. I'm not gonna say never, but very seldom am I gonna be doing like TV show reviews and stuff on this main channel. Everything is gonna be on the review channel because I'm really trying to separate the two. Yeah, I'm really just trying to break through this algorithm. Like it just frustrates me when I do these. Like my numbers are going up, but it just frustrates me when I do a video, and I might even be one of the first people. I can't say the first because you never know if somebody else is doing it. But one of the first people doing it, and I'll get like 8,000 views, and then I'll look up and somebody else got 50,000 views, and I'll be like, it's the same shit. Like, why can't YouTube? What are you doing? You know, Cupstar, I really don't know. If I wish I knew the answer to what you could do to help. But as far as it's frustrating to me that I have 16,000 subscribers on my main channel and I can't get 1,000 people to subscribe on my review channel. But it's kind of consistent from the point of view of I don't get a lot of views. I don't get the same amount of views on my TV stuff as I do on my celebrity news. So maybe a lot of these, and first of all, me having 16,000 subscribers doesn't mean I have 16,000 active people on my channel. Like it's not the same. But um but it is consistent though that you know what I mean? Anyway. So that's what I'm trying to do. So that's what we're doing. But we should be, I feel like by the end of March, I should be able to get that. I feel like by the end of March, we should have that channel monetized. Um, as you guys know, I've been uploading like old content over there just to put, just to put some content on that channel to get the watch time hours and stuff like that. Can you pin the link to the review channel, love? Yeah, hold on, let me get it. You can have it. Yeah, I went to my little bakery. I told y'all I got like my little bakery spot. I went to my little bakery today because I took my car in to get service. So I drove down. The little bakery I like is in Annapolis, and my car dealership is in Annapolis. So yes. Oh, what? When does it start? When does Blood and Water start? Did it start already? Oh, I think it was March the 4th, wasn't it? Oh, I am reviewing Blood and Water. Oh, it's March. It was March the 4th, wasn't it? Mm, 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 mm. So I have three other channels. Um, I have the Teacher Project 2.0. Hold on, let me pin it. What? What are they doing? Okay, that's the review channel. I just put that in the link. I have the book club channel, which right now I'm not even focused on that. I just don't have the time. I don't have the bandwidth. I really, really, really want to get more into that, but right now I just don't. I don't. I don't have the bandwidth. Um, the Teacher Project 2.0 and the review channel. I am hoping to be able to balance my time maybe over the summer to maybe start putting more content on the book club channel, but right now I just do not have the bandwidth, you guys. It's just not enough time in the day. By the time I come home from work, maybe get me some dinner, do some stuff. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Thank you. By the time I, do some stuff around the house, wash some clothes, wash the dishes, cook some dinner, and then I sit down. By the time I sit down here, once I sit down here, y'all, that's a wrap. Once I sit down, if I do a tribe meeting or I try to do some reviews or whatever, it's a wrap. So honestly, I just don't have the, in my weekends, I said I could try to do, they're all on YouTube. So, and that's why sometimes, as much as I love y'all, and y'all be like, well, can you do this? And can you do this? And can you do that? I be like, y'all, it's not enough time in the day. you know? Because I'm getting ready to get off of here now, and I'm going to try to get caught up. I still haven't done Real Housewives of Miami. I still haven't done Bold and Bougie. I'm still behind on Swans. I'm still, um, and then I gotta watch RuPaul because we're doing a review for RuPaul tonight. So I'm about to, when I get off of here, I'm about to boom, boom, boom. And I'm not complaining because I love doing this. I just have other responsibilities that don't allow me to get everything done as timely as I would like. Um, but I love doing this. This is not a labor for me. It's a labor of love. It's just time. I'm interested in the book club. I know it's a lot of drama you have to get. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the next book I'm gonna read, Miss B. Well, right now I'm reading RuPaul's book. Um, I'm gonna tell you the next book I'm gonna read. I believe it drops this week. Tamron Hall's, Miss Carter, did you we reviewed Tamron Hall's first book. Tamron Hall's first book. Thank you for the members. I'm so sorry, y'all. Thank you for becoming Miss Jelani and Kimmy Nicole. Thank you. Me Johnny. I said Miss Jelani. Me Johnny. Did I say that right? Me Johnny. And Miss Nicole. Thank you guys so much for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on, let me go into my Audible. The next book that I'm going to read, and I probably am going to find time to talk about it, is Tamron Hall's new book, and I believe it drops on Audible. It's already out. You can buy it, but I believe, okay. So the first book was called As the Wicked Watched, and we talked about it on the book club channel. So I don't know if you guys were here. We did talk about this. It was really good. Um, and so the new one is called Watch Where They Hide. It's called Watch Where They Hide. And it's the same main character. If you guys read the first book, you know the main character is she's a black woman who has a legal background, but she's an investigative reporter. So it's the same main character, and I'm sure there's like another. I haven't even read the synopsis because sometimes it's just too much. Um, that's what I'm gonna do, Marnie. I think I'm just gonna have to just do a live recap of the whole series because baby, I got behind on Swans. It's good, but I just got behind on it. Yeah. So there it is. But we are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that because I'm going to read it, and I love the first one so much that we definitely going to talk about that. So yeah. But right now I'm focused on the Teacher Project 2.0. I'm focused on I'm focused on the Teacher Project 2.0, and I'm focused on the backup, the review channel. Those are my two focuses right now. And then I want you guys to know I have been reaching out to people to do interviews and stuff. And see, this is why I don't really like doing interviews, when y'all be asking me to interview this person, to interview that person. Let me tell you something. I have been trying this. I'm not going to say no names because I'm not going to put nobody out there. But I have reached out to people to interview for the Teacher Project. I have reached out to people to interview on the main channel. And people just it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. You send messages to people, you email people, people don't email you back. Even when, like, there's literally been people that I'm talking to people that they're friends with, and they're like, oh, just email this person and they'll get back to you. I mean, there have been people that I have emailed that just, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. Oh, Cece added, because that first book was so good. Oh, it was so good. I don't know nothing about the second one, but the first one was so good. You don't get the notifications. I'm sorry, that's a YouTube thing. I try to share it on my community wall when I go live. I post it on the community wall, so if you don't get the notification, maybe you'll see it on your community wall. I've also started trying to post it on Instagram when I'm going live too, with the link. So I'm trying to be more consistent about posting on Instagram. but I do usually share it on the community wall. So I'm sorry. Also, during the week, I generally, now the weekends is a toss up, but during the week, I generally go live around 6:45. Um, if I, the only time I'll go live earlier than that is if there's like a breaking story that I really just want to do a quick video on. But generally speaking, the tribe meetings are like at 6:45. Um, so like I said, every once in a while I'll go a little early if El Teddy is traveling or he's not going live. But for the most part, I stick to my time so that you guys know where to find me. Even if you don't get the notification, you know around 6:45, 7 o'clock to just see if I'm live. And I go, my tribe meetings are most days. I mean, there are days I skip because I got other stuff I got to do. Um, but even if I don't do a tribe meeting, Tracy, can you? I don't know what that is in my chat. Can you get that Ozzy Ross? I don't know what that is. Can you get Ozzy Ross out my chat, please? Um, yeah, if El Teddy doesn't go live, then I'll go live a little earlier. And if I try to give you guys a double header, I'll usually say, okay, y'all, we're gonna do a double header today. We're gonna come back at such and such time. So I try to do those things to keep you guys, because again, I can't control YouTube sending out the notifications. There's no rhyme or reason to that. I told you guys there are times where I don't get El Teddy's notification. I don't get Abby's. Like I never get Abby's a notification. Sometimes I look up and she's just live, and I be like, I didn't get a notification. So I don't know. All right, so it's 2:15. All right, you guys. I may come back and do a tribe meeting in a couple of hours. I'm gonna get off of here now. I'm gonna give me something to eat because I haven't eaten since breakfast. I'm gonna give me something to eat. I'm gonna watch Bold and Bougie, and I'll probably do that review. And I'm gonna watch RuPaul before the live. So I may do a tribe meeting around. If I come back, I may do a tribe meeting around 5:30, 6 o'clock, around that time. But we'll see. See if there's anything I need to talk about. All right. All right. Thank you guys for your help. The sound still sounds good. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And I will be back. I just have to make sure I don't change any of the settings that are set, because it seems like we got a good thing. Seems like it's good. Thank you for the people who became members. Thank you for the people who subscribed. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Um, Oh, look like T getting ready to go live. Y'all go check out. It's giving you the real T. He going live at 2:45. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace. CC, as a fellow educator, I don't know how you juggle it. Child, life is rough. I just prioritize, but it's definitely rough. Trust me, it ain't it ain't easy. All right, you guys. Peace. Okay. End it. Now stream y'all don't want to end the live. Okay, there we go.